December 1st, 2018. CCTV records 22-year-old Grace and her Tinder date, Jesse, getting ready to leave a bar. They had just met a few hours ago, but already they're about to head back to his place. From the outside, everything seemed to be going perfectly well. So well, in fact, that soon after they could be seen heading to a nearby hotel and up to Jesse's hotel room shortly after. Nobody could have expected that this was the last time Grace would ever be seen alive. The next day happened to be her birthday, and nobody was able to reach her all day, and the same was true even days after. It was like she disappeared off the face of the earth. Her friends and family quickly reported her missing, but to no avail. Meanwhile, Jesse was recorded on CCTV out and about, going up and down the elevator, carrying cleaning supplies, and what appeared to be a suitcase. A suitcase with contents that would shock everyone to the core. And what's even worse, the killer had another date lined up. And if the cops don't intervene and arrest him quickly, this girl, as well as countless others, could fall victim to this very same man. Grace Millane steps out of her hostel and into the warm Auckland night. It's December 1st, 2018. Tomorrow is her birthday. She's about to turn 22. She's smiling. She's excited. She's traveling the world alone, something she's dreamed of for years. Tonight feels safe, too safe. She's meeting a man she matched with on Tinder. They chose a public place, a busy bar, bright lights, people everywhere. The kind of place where nothing bad is supposed to happen. Grace believes she's in control. She believes danger looks obvious. She believes monsters reveal themselves early. But some monsters are patient, and the man walking toward her has already decided how this night will end. Grace Millane wasn't reckless. She wasn't naive. She wasn't careless. She was thoughtful, warm, intelligent, and deeply loved. Born and raised in England, Grace had recently graduated university and decided to take a solo backpacking trip around the world, a celebration of independence and adulthood. She documented her journey carefully. She stayed in hostels. She checked in with friends and family constantly. Her parents trusted her judgment because Grace was cautious. She wasn't chasing danger. She was chasing life. While in New Zealand, Grace opened Tinder, like millions of travelers do. She matched with Jesse Kempson. His profile looked normal. His messages were charming. Nothing raised alarms. They agreed to meet in central Auckland. Public places only, bars, restaurants, streets filled with people. Grace even messaged a friend during the date saying it was going well. This is important because it shows she felt safe. But what Grace didn't know was that Jesse Kempson wasn't looking for connection. He was looking for control. CCTV cameras captured them everywhere, walking side by side, laughing, drinking, blending into the crowd. To everyone watching, they looked like a normal couple on a first date. No arguments, no visible fear, no sign of what was coming. This is what makes the case so disturbing, because the violence didn't explode in public. It waited for silence, it waited for a closed door. Eventually, Jesse invites Grace back to his hotel room. Another moment that feels ordinary, another decision that millions of people make every day. Inside that room, there are no cameras, no witnesses, no help. What happened next would later become the center of a disturbing trial. Grace never leaves that room alive. Her birthday will never come. After Grace is dead, Jesse Kempson does not call for help. He does not panic. He does not confess. Instead, he plans. He searches the internet. He buys supplies and he rents a car. He goes on another Tinder date the very next day. Let that sink in. While Grace's body lies hidden, he's already pretending she never existed. This is not an accident. This is not panic. This is calculation.
Tell us about Grace.
So I was talking to Grace on Tinder.
Yeah.
We'd matched on Friday. I saw that we'd matched the next day on Saturday. And then we met at Sky City. And then we decided that we were going up to Andy's Burger Bar, which is on the first floor.
Whose idea was it to go to that particular burger place?
Me. Because I didn't initially know that she was real.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of... So have you heard of catfish?
No.
So catfishing is where someone uses your profile, or uses your photos and pretends to be you and then meets, and you're a completely different person.
How does meeting in a public place sort of protect you from meeting someone who's not as good looking as...
Well, there's security there. So if she wasn't who she said she was,
Yeah.
at least in my mind I'd feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's us.
Down there?
Yep. So she's going that way, and I'm going across the street. I go down Queen Street. No, I go down Victoria Street, straight down to the bottom, and then hang a left, and I head towards the viaduct.
You've kind of walked in a bit of a funny direction if you were planning to go to the viaduct. Is there a particular reason you were going to do that?
I feel safer down that way.
And we're very, very concerned for her safety also.
Yep.
It's entirely possible that she's been the victim of foul play.
Okay.
You understand what that means?
Yeah.
What would your feelings be about providing us with a voluntary DNA sample in the event that we can compare that against something? Would you be happy
Yeah,
with
100%. I mean, I know I haven't done anything wrong, so I'm happy to do it.
that? Okay. At this stage, we don't know what's happened to this girl.
Okay.
It's possible that somebody has killed her. Okay. You
Okay.
understand that?
Yeah.
She might, when I say foul play, I mean that someone might have murdered her. Don't know if she's been murdered or not yet. She may be alive and well.
Okay.
But she might also be dead.
Okay.
Okay? And it could be that you've done it.
Hey, I just want to ask a question. Am I being arrested for something I didn't do?
You haven't been arrested, mate.
Oh,
No.
I was like, holy shit.
Back in England, Grace's family expects birthday messages. They don't come. Her phone goes silent. Concern turns into fear. New Zealand police launch a missing person investigation. And very quickly, one detail stands out.
Thank you for coming today. As you know, Grace has been missing for several days. We last had contact with her on Saturday the 1st of December. And as a family, we've been extremely concerned for her welfare. Grace is a lovely, outgoing, fun-loving, family-orientated daughter. Grace has never been out of contact for this amount of time. She's usually in daily contact with either her mother, myself, her two brothers, members of the family on social media. She arrived here on the 20th of November and has been bombarding us with numerous photographs and messages of her adventures. We're all extremely upset, and it's very difficult at this time to fully describe the range of emotions we are going through.
Grace was last seen alive with Jesse Kempson. CCTV proves it, and suddenly, the date that looked so ordinary becomes the most important clue in the case. Police confront Jesse. His stories change, his timeline shifts, his explanations don't line up. Eventually, officers search a remote forest area. There, inside a suitcase, they find Grace. The world learns the truth, and the illusion of safety shatters completely. In court, Jesse Kempson claims Grace's death was accidental. He claims consent. He claims it was a misunderstanding. But the evidence tells a different story.
That you're willing to speak to us about the events of last Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell me what happened last Saturday.
She started talking to me about 50 Shades of Grey. We started having sex. At first it was just normal. And then she asked me if we could get into bondage, having, I guess, more violent sex. We ended up on the floor, and then she told me to hold her throat. So I went into the shower, and then all I remember is falling asleep in the shower. I need to stop. I need to go. I didn't know what to do. I went downstairs and I was just, I don't know, I was all over the place.
You come out of the shower,
Yep.
the light's been on in the shower,
Yep.
you put a towel around you,
Yep.
you've turned the light off, and
Yep.
then you've returned to your bed and you've gone to sleep in your bed.
Yep.
And at that point, when you exit the shower, you don't look around, but your assumption from the silence,
I thought that she had gone. I thought she had left.
we're going to head out of here very, very soon, and you're going to take us to where you've buried her.
Yeah.
She will likely be exhumed tomorrow
Okay.
at some point, and after that, a pathologist, a specialist doctor, will perform a post-mortem.
Yeah.
They're very skilled at establishing people's causes of death. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Did you kill Grace Millane? Okay. Jesse Kempson, you're under arrest for the murder of Grace Millane.
The jury sees his behavior after her death, his internet searches, his lies, his lack of remorse, and they understand something chilling. Grace didn't die because of bad luck. She died because she crossed paths with a predator. In 2019, Jesse Kempson is found guilty of murder. He is sentenced to life in prison.
Case to have killed Grace Millane, the defendant, gentleman over here at the back behind me, had to have had her under his grip, suffocating her, strangling her is probably the correct term, for a total of 5 to 10 minutes, at some point of which she lost consciousness and would have become under his hand hold, unconscious and limp and lifeless, and he had to carry on. And if that's not reckless murder in this country, ladies and gentlemen, somebody will have to explain to me what is.
But no sentence can restore a life cut short. No verdict can give Grace back to her family.
The verdict of murder today will be welcomed by every member of the Millane family and friends of Grace. It will not reduce the pain, the suffering that we've had to endure for over the past year. Grace was taken away from us in the most brutal fashion a year ago, and our lives have been, and family have been ripped apart. This will be with us for the rest of our lives. We would like to thank several people. Auckland Police Force, been professional, diligent and thorough all through this investigation. Last but not least, we would love to thank the people of New Zealand. They've opened their hearts to Grace and her family. I cannot express our gratitude enough for all the offers and gifts of kindness that we have received over the last year.
This case becomes a warning, a reminder. That danger doesn't always look dangerous. Grace Millane trusted her instincts. She did everything right, and still, this happened. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. If this story affected you, share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters here. At Crime Hunter, we listen to our audience, and we appreciate every single one of you. If you want more true crime stories told with honesty and respect, subscribe, like, and stay with us. And as always, stay aware, stay safe, and thank you for watching.